Hi, I'm Ann Rowan, Solimar Chief Experience Officer, and I'll be speaking with you today about our exciting industrial PDF cleansing and optimization solution. This presentation is ReadyPDF Evolved. First, I'd like to thank David Sweetnam and Pat McGrew for their helpful insights into the caveats of PDF optimization. And here's a spoiler alert. We just had a call with the Keypoint Intelligence team letting us know that the ReadyPDF Prepress server was awarded the Outstanding Achievement in Innovation for Production Printing. This is such a great honor. Allison and Ryan wanted us to know so we can share this during our user conference ahead of the Keypoint Intelligence announcement that will be in early October. So big thanks to David and your team for testing ReadyPDF in your UK lab and sharing the results in your upcoming announcement. Two of the test results that we saw from the lab were for a real catalog and real Transpromo applications. When running these through ReadyPDF, the catalog became 14 times smaller, and the Transpromo application became 7 times smaller. ReadyPDF optimized images, fonts, and document overhead in these files. And I'll share more specifics on the details in just a bit. So one of our customers and an advisory council member on today's panel, Chris Beach from Gilmore, shared with us that they had files that originally were over 6.5 gig and then became half a gig with ReadyPDF. Now, Chris will share more details on this along with other benefits this brought to the overall processing speed and performance at Gilmore. So now I'd like to go over 8 evolutionary benefits of ReadyPDF Prepress Server that I think you'd find interesting. So first, ReadyPDF caches resources in files. This means that we keep one stored copy of each image, XObject, and font, and remove duplicate resources, which can greatly reduce the file size and speed the overall pre-flight workflow. Now font, a 4-letter word to many, but not with ReadyPDF. Fonts are typically embedded in documents. If designers use subsets, which are partial font families, it can cause many, like hundreds or even thousands, of fonts to be added to the document, which can cause file bloat and font dropout. ReadyPDF can consolidate font families as well as embed and replace subsets. And we believe ReadyPDF, with this is very unique in the market in offering this capability. So as our communications evolve and become more personalized, they also become more colorful. We find many legacy document composition tools output RGB. ReadyPDF can easily convert these to CMYK, which is preferred by most print devices today. You can also set ICC color profiles per job and per device. So instead of an operator programming color specs on the DFE, which is a digital front end of a printer or press, ReadyPDF can do this automatically in pre-flight. We can also convert grayscale, so think CMY or RGB, to just black. This makes for crisper images, far better barcodes, and can lower ink and toner costs. As David and Pat discussed, think of a catalog. These contain many images received from various sources. Some of the images may have originally been created as a 1200 DPI poster for a wide format printer, but now is embedded in a catalog. So with ReadyPDF, we can downsample the large image files to 600 DPI, which is perfect for most digital printers and presses. But even 600 DPI is quite large for an online or email catalog. So ReadyPDF can also be configured to output a smaller DPI, such as 100 or 150, which is perfect for e-presentment and archival storage. PDFs can often contain metadata, thumbnails, and certainly bookmarks, which are great for e-readers. But these extraneous resources can add to the overhead processing on the DFE. So ReadyPDF can remove them from outputting for print, but then through a second process, leave them in for the electronic version. ReadyPDF can also fix structural issues, including content streams, flattening layer transparencies, and removing objects that are outside of the print area. It can also remove empty XObjects, which can cause long processing times and delays on the DFE. And you could automate all of these tasks with templates in the user interface. So it's a one-time setup per job, and the optimized PDF can be directed to specific printers or inkjet presses archives and email systems, as well as network queues or hot folders for additional processing. So now let's talk about security, specifically protecting everyone's personal identifiable information, or PII. Given the laws around GDPR, which is General Data Protection Regulation, and CCPA, the California Consumer Privacy Act, it's imperative for companies to establish safe practices when jobs contain PII. So we built into the core of ReadyPDF obfuscation. And what this does is scramble the text in PDFs. So think about jobs you need to send to clients for approval, or files you send to third parties for testing or assistance. As a pre-flight process, ReadyPDF can quickly and easily obfuscate all of the information and remove the actual confidential data. So as you can see in this example, on the left is the original document, the middle is complete obfuscation, and the right has exclusions, which allows you to keep selected fields visible if you wish. Now, ReadyPDF can be a complete standalone prepress server. See here in the bottom box, this can optimize files as part of your onboarding pre-flight, which can be prior to other production processes you have in your environment. It can also be an integrated module of SPDE, which is the Solimar Print Director Enterprise solution that Jonathan spoke of yesterday in the Chemistry Evolved presentation. Now I want to show you some test results that I think you'd find interesting from ReadyPDF. This is a cleansed Transpromo document, about 10,000 pages. It was slow to process, so we ran it through ReadyPDF, and we're able to optimize the file by caching the images and fonts and improving the document overhead, making this file over 2.5 times smaller. This highlight color invoice looks quite simple, but it had font dropout and was clutching the printer. So we tested this with ReadyPDF, and the file is now almost 10 times smaller. We optimized and cached the images and fonts, as well as corrected resources in the cross-reference table. This 15,000-page 2-up application was very slow to process. So we ran it through ReadyPDF, and were able to optimize the resources and found it contained many empty X objects, which we removed. And by doing that, it shrank the file almost 350%. So now you'll hear many great successes and use cases of ReadyPDF, just like this in our next session with our Customer Advisory Council member panel. So here's a sneak peek of the new in-depth reporting coming out in the next version of ReadyPDF. You'll be able to drill into many details of your jobs, which can provide beneficial information for you and your customers. So if you have ugly PDFs or even problems with AFP, IPDS, PCL, PostScript, even VIP, or other languages, we'd be happy to test files for you and provide the optimized results. We can also arrange for you to test this yourself and run your own jobs with a free evaluation system. So feel free to reach out to your Solimar account manager or me, or check out our website and YouTube channel to learn more. So, do you have overnight jobs? You know, the ones you run all night and pray they process correctly by the morning? Well, a side benefit of ReadyPDF may be that you worry less and sleep better. So thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed ReadyPDF Evolved. Now we'd like to hear from you. So I'll invite Jonathan and Pat to join me to chat.